Guys, welcome to Quick Learning. So today we discuss about the contract of bailment. Contract of bailment. Contract of bailment. So in the contract of bailment, I explained total 16 concepts. Understand? In the yesterday class, I explained contract of indemnity and contract of guarantee. Now we deal with contract of bailment of Indian Contract Act 1872. So first concept. So definition of bailment. Definition of bailment. So definition of bailment under section 148 describes the definition. Definition is very important for this chapter because everything included in this definition only. If you learn definition, no need to learn entire chapter. That means every meaning included in this definition only. The definition is very stressful definition in this chapter. So the definition of bailment under section 148 of Indian Contract Act 1872. So the definition is bailment is a delivery of goods by one person to another for some purpose upon a contract that goods shall, when the purpose is accomplished, being returned or otherwise disposed of according to the directions of the person delivering them. This is the important definition. So I explain the definition meaning later. First of all, we have to learn the definition. Bailment is the delivery of goods by one person to another person for some purpose upon a contract that the goods shall, when the goods purpose is accomplished, being returned or otherwise disposed of according to the directions of the person delivering them. So I've always tell bailment. So from where has the word bailment got derived from? This is the second concept I explained. So the word bailment has been derived from French word. The word bailment derived from the French word that is nothing but bailer. So bailer means to deliver. Etymologically, that means the meaning of to deliver means handing over or change of position. Understand? The word bailment is derived from French word bailer. Bailer means to deliver and also handing over or change of position. This is the word bailment meaning. And the next concept, the parties involved in the type of contract. In the bailment, there are two parties: bailer and bailee. Bailer nothing but delivering the goods. The person delivering the goods is known as bailer. Bailee means the person to whom the goods are delivered. So these are the two persons are involved in the bailment. So there are so many examples are there. For example, where X delivers his car for repair to Y. In this case, X is the bailer and Y is the bailee. And X delivers a piece of cloth to Y, a tailor, to be stitched into a suit. The contract of bailment. It is also one of the example of contract of bailment. Understand? These are the various examples for the bailment contract. And the next one is the essential elements of contract of bailment. The essential elements. So these essential elements under section number 148. So that nothing but contract. So bailment is based upon a contract. Contract may be express or implied. No consideration is necessary to create the valid contract of bailment. No consideration is necessary. If any transaction without consideration, it is also bailment with the essential elements are satisfied. And the next one is delivering of goods. Delivering of goods from one person to another person for some purpose. Bailment is only for movable goods, never for immovable goods or money. Understand? Only for movable goods only. Immovable goods like building, these are the examples are not covered in this bailment. And delivering also, there are so many types of delivering. In the bailment, we take two types of delivering. That is actual delivery. That means physical handover to the bailee by the bailer. Or constructive delivery. Constructive delivery means doing nothing that has the effect of the outgoing goods in the possession of the bailee or another person authorized to hold them behalf of. Understand? These are the constructive delivery. So delivering of goods means delivery two types: actual delivery, constructive delivery. Understand? And the next one is purpose. Purpose nothing but so express or implied. The purpose The purpose may be express or implied. And position. Position means change of position can happen only physical delivery or by an action. Understand? So the position no need to change of ownership. Ownership not required. Change of ownership is not required in the bailment concept. Understand? And return of goods. Return of goods are physically to the bailer. So if the condition is satisfied, return of goods also satisfied. Understand? So these are the various essentials for valid contract of bailment. Understand? These are the various essentials for the valid of contract of bailment. So the next, classification of bailment. Classification of bailment done in two ways. First one is gratuitous bailment. Second one is non-gratuitous bailment. Understand? So what is meant by gratuitous bailment? What is meant by non-gratuitous bailment? Now I discuss. So simple, gratuitous bailment means no consideration. Non-gratuitous means some consideration. Understand? So this is the simple meaning. And the next concept is so generally the bailment are different forms. For example, the most popular forms are delivery of goods by one person to another to be held for bailer use. And goods given to friend for own without any charge. Hiring of goods, delivering goods to creditor to save the security of loan, delivering goods to repair without remuneration, delivering goods of carriage, goods for carriage. So these are the various forms of bailment. And next, the next concept is nothing but duties of bailer. Duties of bailer. Duties of bailer. So the duties of bailer, so stated in the sections. So the duties of bailer are described under section number 150, 158, 159, 164. Understand? So these are the various sections describe the duties of the bailer. Understand? So the first duty of the bailer under section 150 is disclose the faults with the goods bailer. The bailer, goods bailed, shall disclose the faults. Understand? Disclose the faults. In case of gratuitous bailment, the bailer is bound to disclose the faults with the bailee goods bailed. The bailer is aware. Understand? In case of non-gratuitous means, the bailer is responsible for such damage. He was or not aware about that. In case of gratuitous bailment, only aware damage only he can responsible. In case of non-gratuitous means aware or not aware about that damage, he is responsible for such damage, responsible such faults, the goods bailed. Understand? And next, under section 158, due to pay necessary expenses. In case of gratuitous bailment, the bailer shall repay the bailee necessary expenses incurred by him and any extraordinary expenses incurred by him for the purpose of bailment. In case of non-gratuitous, liable to pay only extraordinary expenses incurring by the bailee. Only extraordinary expenses. In case of gratuitous, all necessary expenses. Under section number 159, due to indemnify the bailee premature termination. Understand? That means nothing but the bailer must compensate the bailee for the loss or damage suffered by the bailee, that is in excess of benefit received. Where had lent the good gratuity had decided to terminate the bailment before the expiry of the period of bailment. Under section 164, bailer responsibility to bailee. That means indemnify any loss which the bailee may sustain by the reason that the bailer was not entitled to make the bailment or to receive back the goods that give directions in respect to them. That means defective title in goods. Understand? The bailer refuses to take delivery of the goods when it is offered at the proper time. The bailee can claim compensation for necessary expenses incurred for safe custody. Understand? So these are the various duties of bailer under section 156, 158, 159, 164. And the next concept is duties of bailee. Simply the duties of bailee are, there are 6. Take reasonable care of goods bailed, and no authorized use of goods. No mixing of bailer goods with his own goods, and return the goods. Return the accretion from the goods. Accretion nothing but the benefit from the goods. Not to set up adverse title. So these are the various duties of bailee. First, take care the reasonable care of the goods bailed. No authorization use of goods. Understand? No authorization. No mixing the bailer goods with his own goods. Return the goods. Return of accretion. Accretion nothing but benefit. Benefit derived from that goods. Return the accretion from the goods. Not to set up the adverse title. Understand? Not to set up the adverse title. These are the various duties of bailee. Understand? So these are the various duties of bailee. And the next concept is rights of bailer. Rights of bailer nothing but the duties of bailee. Understand? So these rights of bailer are discussed under section 153, 159, 163 and 180, 181 of Indian Contract Act 1872. Like 153, nothing but terminate the bailment. When the terminate of bailment, any act inconsistent with the terms and conditions of the contract of bailment, the bailment becomes voidable at the option of bailer. Understand? So these are one of the right of bailer. And right to demand back the goods. That means the bailer may compel the bailee to return the goods before expiry of the period. The bailee shall indemnify the bailee to loss incurred by the bailee. So it is also one of the right of bailer. Under section number 159, 153 I also discussed 159. And next one is 163. 163 nothing but right to accretion of goods. I already discussed the duties of bailee. Bailee has to return the bailer any accretion of goods of bail. That means any benefit derived from that good has to return to the bailer. Understand? Next, 163 I completed 180. 180 nothing but the right to file suit against the wrongdoer. Third party may cause to any damage the goods. Third party who deprives the bailee from the use of the goods. Understand? And right to sue the bailee. Under section 180. It is also 180 only. That means enforcing all the liabilities duties to him. Understand? It is also one of the rights of the bailer. And last section, that is 181. 181 means right to compensation. RTC, that is when any damage is caused to the goods bailed because of the unauthorized use of goods, unauthorized mixing of the goods. The bailer has to right to claim the compensation for the same. Understand? These are the various rights of bailer. And next concept, let's go to the rights of bailee. Rights of bailee nothing but the duties of bailer. So these also described under section 165, 166, 167, 170, 180. Understand? So these are the various sections describing the rights of bailee. Rights of bailee nothing but the duties of bailer. For example, right to delivery. The bailee to right to the goods. Understand? Right to deliver. It is one of the rights of the bailee. Under section 165. Understand? And the next one is 166. Under section 166. the rights of bailey is, so that is right to indemnify. Bailey has a right to be indemnified by the bailor if the bailor has no title of goods, and as a no consequence the bailey suffers from loss. It is one of the right of indemnity under section 166. And next under section 150, 150 also arise. 150 also rise. Under section 150, right to claim compensation in case of fault of goods. Understand? Right to claim compensation in case of fault of goods. The bailey has to right to claim compensation in case of fault any goods in the goods bailed. Under section 158, 158 also there. Understand? 158, right to claim necessary expenses. It is also right of bailey. And the next under section 167. Under section 167, suit for the deciding the title. Understand? That means the bailey may apply the court for deciding the title of the goods, other than the bailor claims the goods belong to him. And under section 181, 181 also there, that is file suit against wrongdoer. Understand? Under section 170, 170 that is nothing but the particular lien. Under section 170 that is nothing but the particular lien. Understand? Under section 170 that is right to particular lien, payment of services. Understand? So it is also one of the right. Payment of services, it is also one of the right. 170 that is right to particular lien. Understand? Right to particular lien for payment of services. Any payment of services the bailor has to not to pay. Right to particular lien, the particular object has to be lien. Understand? According with the purpose of bailment, rendering any servicing involving exercise of labor or skill, etc. Under section 170. And the next, right to general lien. Right to general lien. Right to general lien are described under section 171. It is also one of the important sections. Right to general lien. For example, bankers, factors, wayfinders, attorneys, high court, policy breakers, etc. These are the will be entitled to get right to general lien under section number 171. Understand? So these are the various sections. That describes the rights of the bailey. Rights of the bailey, nothing but the duties of the bailor. Understand? And the next concept is right of third person claiming goods bailed. Under section 167, if a person other than the bailor claims goods bailed, he may apply to the court to stop the delivery of the goods to the bailor and to decide the title of the goods. Understand? And the next concept is termination and bailment can be done. That termination can be done in 5 ways. The first way is expiry of the fixed period. Expiry of the fixed period or fulfillment of the purpose or death or bailor of bailey or inconsistent use of goods, restrictions, modifications of the subject matter. So these are the various 5 conditions. So termination can be done. Termination of the bailment can be done. Understand? These are the various 5. The first one is expiring the fixed period. That means expiry of stipulated period. Understand? The next, fulfillment of the purpose. Understand? The first one is expiring of the stipulated period and fulfillment of the purpose before expiring of the fixed period and inconsistence of the use of goods. Or death of bailor, death of bailey, destructions of the goods. So these are the various termination can be done. Understand? The next one is difference between the particular lien and general lien. Already discussed in the previous chapter, the particular lien and general lien. The first one is particular lien, rights of the bailey to return specific goods bailed of non-payment of amount, and it is automatic. The particular lien is automatic. Understand? And next, exercising only when the such labor and skill the labor and skill is required, then only the right to particular lien is applicable. In case of the labor and skill have been expended towards good exercise even, the general lien may be applied, and general lien is not automatic. Understand? So these are the very difference between the particular lien and general lien. And next, the difference between the gratuitous bailment and non-gratuitous bailment. Already know all. Understand the gratuitous bailment and non-gratuitous bailment differences. We all know that about the gratuitous bailment and non-gratuitous bailment. Understand? And the next, rights of the finder of lost goods. So the rights of finder of lost goods is discussed under section 168 and 169. 168 and 169. The finder of the goods have some rights and duties at the time of bailey. Understand? For example, right to lien under section 168. That means right to keep the goods if possession till they pay the expenses. That means the finder of lost good can ask reimbursement of expenditure incurred for preserving of the goods or searching of true owner. If the real owner refuses to pay the compensation, he cannot sue but can retain the goods. Like right to particular lien, no right to sue the true owner, but right to particular lien. Understand? Right to recover damage, recover reward under section 168 only. That means the true owner of the goods declared some reward for the return of the lost goods. The finder can sue the owner of such reward. Understand? And right to sale. No right to generally the finder of the lost goods, so no right to sell the goods found in the normal course. He may sell the goods that the real owner cannot be found if the reasonable effects. The owner refused to pay lawful charges. Understand? Then they get right to sue under section 169. After reasonable effects, the owner cannot be found, and he refused to pay the lawful charges. Understand? And in the danger of perishing, losing, for example, fruits. The goods will be the fruits. After 2 days, the goods will be perishing and losing the greater part of its value. Then get right to sell. Understand? So this is the content of bailment. Brief explanation of content of bailment. Understand? So these are the various. For example, if you take the duties of bailey. to take care of the goods bailed, and not to set up the adverse title, and not to take the unauthorized use of goods, not to mix the bailer goods with his own goods, and to return the goods bailed, to return any acceleration of the goods bailed that may benefit. And let us come to rights of bailey. Let us come to rights of bailey to enforce the bailer duties, to return the goods, recover damage incurred, to file a suit against wrongdoer, right to lien. So these are the various rights of the bailer. Bailey. Let us come to rights of bailer. To ensure the bailey duties, to terminate the contract of bailment, to damage the back of goods, to file a suit against the wrongdoer. Understand? And duties of bailer. Indemnify the bailey premature termination, duty to reimburse, duty to disclose the flaws in the goods, indemnify the bailey defective period, and receive back the goods. These are the various duties of bailer. And so first of all, I want to tell the meaning of bailment. At last, it is an act whereby the goods delivered by one person to another person for some purpose on the contract that the goods shall, when the purpose is accomplished, being returned. Understand? So it is a very important definition and meaning of the bailment. So the contract of bailment is very important, one of the important chapter in the other laws. So it is the various concepts of contract of bailment. I think you all understand. And one thing I remember you in all my videos, it is not for examination purpose. It is only for learning, understanding. Understand? It is not for examination purpose. It is only for knowing things, learning things. Understand? It is not for example purpose. It is quick learning. So thank you.